If you continue to feed on wrong messages and wrong emphasis, it will destroy your health. It will destroy your spiritual life by implication. Yes? That's why you have to always stay with sound doctrine. Sound doctrine. But the deceitful thing about it is that the spiritual food, even though destroying you, you may not know. Because it doesn't have the immediate, your system does not have the immediate reaction to it like sour food. So you think it's still okay until your life continues to dry and disaster begin to pounce on you for so long, then you begin to realize, what is happening to me? And if you are fortunate, God can tell you, you are backsliding or you are wanting or you are another. You know. Verse 3, if indeed you have tested that the Lord is gracious, coming to him as living stone, rejected indeed by men, but chosen by God and precious, you also, as living stone, are being what? Being built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Christ. That is where your spiritual development is taking you. To come to a place of offering, of service, of sacrifices. That's where it's taking you. So if you are not there, if your spiritual process is not maturing you to energize you, to excite you, then something is wrong. Something is wrong. Instead of increasing in service, you are dwindling. You are taking backstage. Something is wrong with your process. You know. I remember as a child, you know, there's certain food that my mom want to make. In fact, as a child, every Saturday we are very happy. You know why? Because the next day is Sunday. When we go to church, you are sure you will eat rice. You know, it's not like now. Rice eventually became staple food, you know, and so on and so forth. You know, you eat rice. You eat special food. We used to eat special food on Sundays. Now that you are grown, it's a different kettle of fish now. You know. So, when you think of the good food that you are going to eat, the type that you love the most, it excites you. If you lose your excitement towards the purposes and kingdom life, you are being malnourished. You have disconnected from correct feeding. And I'm not saying that you have stopped coming to church. Coming to church without your personal effort in feeding your spirit, you will not have spiritual excitement. That's where personal work comes in. That one is compulsory. So it is important to consistently be in a state of joy in Christ. You have to be spiritually fed. Yes? Just like in human being, all the things you have said that are implications of being hungry, that means you have that experience on a daily basis, not so? Imagine that you are really starving. That means you will never be happy. If food actually excites you, you know, and then you never have food to eat, don't you think you always be angry, you always be sickly and all kinds of things? So turn it the other way around. The more studious you are spiritually, the more prayerful you are, the more consistent you are in service and all of that, God will fill you with his spirit. He will fill you with the joy of the Lord. But when those things are absent from your life will be dry and hard. You hear me sometimes telling you how excited I am. You know, and I usually tell you that excitement is not predicated upon anything. It's not like I heard a good news or somebody sent me $1 million. No, nothing like that. You know, I just stay and I'm just happy. Like that. You know. And you can also. Yes? So like we have just seen, let's say verse 1 of that passage of 1 Peter 2, you know, is referring to our former life. You know, put aside malice and so on and so forth. You know, it takes effort to put something aside, right? This is a phone. To put it aside, to put it away from here, I have to carry it and take it somewhere else. So, all the nature of the world that you have developed, all the lifestyle of the world that you have developed, it will take your effort, yes, to outgrow it. It will not just leave you. It will take effort. You are easily angry. It will take effort to overcome it. You keep malice a lot. It will make effort to overcome it. So all the lifestyle that you have that is anti-Christ, it requires personal effort to overcome them. Is it possible to overcome them? Yes. Feed yourself with the sincere milk of the word and tell yourself the truth. Your life will change. Don't tell me that this is how God made me. No, we fell to this. This is not how we were made. That's a wrong statement. All the people say, this is how God made me. Nobody was made maliciously. Nobody was made, with hatred. Nobody was made with lies. We fell into that dimension of life. And our salvation in Christ is resurrecting us from there. So when we are in the kingdom and we get fed with the sincere milk of the word, that nature, we now unclothe it. And then we get further clothed with a new order of life. That many people never went through the process of conversion from their old lifestyle to the new order of life. You have to be converted from it. If you used to drink, you used to smoke, you need to steal, you need to be converted from it. It's not automatic that you are in Christ, those habits will leave you. No. If somebody tells you so, that one power will come upon you, just ginger you and shake, and then the thing will now leave you, it's not true. It will leave you with choice and deliberateness. Understanding that this is no longer my order of life. This is no longer. I was a youngster on campus when God told me that if you are in Christ and you used to steal, that you don't know that you have stopped stealing until in Christ you are faced with this temptation to steal and then you say no. You decline. That's when you know you have changed. That's when you know you have changed. And so all the earthly destructive habits that you have in Christ, you don't know that you have been converted yet until you have the opportunity and you say no. And in this world, when you say, I'm not doing something again, that's when that thing will become free. Just like the day you are fasting and praying, you dedicate it, you will get free food. Almost anywhere you just appear, people are just offering you things. Sometimes they will even bring it to your house. So it's the same way. When you make a decision, I will not live like this, circumstances will be presenting themselves to challenge that your decision. But when you overcome them, then you know you are good to go. Am I making sense to you now? So you have to be conscious, you have to be deliberate in these things. So you have to be converted. That's why you're still feeling like former thing, and then it doesn't make any sense to you again. You are in Christ, you now get used to church, get used to your pastor, get used to the members, and you feel everybody's living like you. So you don't have to, now you kill Jesus. Why do you have to now tax yourself, in not being free? No, you have to put in the work. So if you put on Christ, then the word will leave you.